Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another pointless City Skyline experimental video. Now guys, you know this is the #1 channel for the most pointless things to happen in City Skylines. You know this is the place to go. It's just what I do. Okay guys, it's just what I do. Well, recently, and you might find it a little bit of a surprise, I purchased the Natural Disasters DLC mod. It was the only one that I didn't own because I simply thought I don't really want to destroy my city. But what I didn't realize was with that DLC, it does bring a load of new stuff, and I was quite excited about the helicopters for all the services buildings for the police station and the fire depot and all that kind of jazz. And I kind of completely overlooked the utility side of it. Now, when it comes to water, there is a little thing that you can build to kind of get rid of excess water production or flooding within the city, and you can kind of create like a little water outlet that pumps water out. And it kind of then sparked my interest. Why don't I create a city? Right, get ready for this. Bam! I've done just that. It's not great. Please ignore what's going on. But then what if I dug a big moat around it? And then instead of adding like a water source to fill it up with water, or what we've done in the past, poop, we drain out the excess water of the city into this moat to create some natural defences. We're going back to the 1600 boys, where moats were all the rage. You never had a castle if you didn't have a moat. I mean, if your castle didn't have a moat, if your moat didn't have a castle, did you really have a moat? Yeah, I know. So what I'm talking about is this, right, in the water section, all the way down to this here, the fresh water outlet. Basically, the freshwater outlet lets out excess water in the system. It can be placed on dry land, creating lakes and ponds. And that's what sparked my interest. Now, granted, water will evaporate because there's no water source. So I wonder how many of these I got to place down to make sure that the moat stays there. We're going to find out, boys! So as always, guys, if you do enjoy this fun little experimental video, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new in here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. Now, basically, just give you a little heads up, I built this really basic city right now. This is the zoning side of things. You can see there's a high density in the middle, some offices. They're all complaining about jobs because no one's really educated enough. Education levels are increasing, so eventually they'll all get jobs. And we're closing in on 10,000 residents. Whew! That was a big mouthful to say. So what I want to do then is build a little moat going around the edge. So let's start then with some landscaping. So from the get-go, this map, the elevation height is at 60. So I'm actually going to bring it right down to 0. And where does that kind of end it? Oh, okay, that's a little bit too deep. I didn't realize 0 was that kind of deep down. Okay, I got it to 20. It's still quite deep. Right, you know what? I'm going to bring it to 40. Holy moly. Okay, right, there we go. So I'm going to bring it all the way up to here. And we'll kind of create like a little bridge where that goes over. And that'll kind of be like our little makeshift drawbridge. Right, I'm going to use this size. This is going to be quite a big moat, isn't it? Yeah. But it's going to be so glorious. We're going to keep all those invaders out right now. Trying to get over here and steal your boys, goods. Your boys' delicious fried chicken that this city produces. That's kind of what it's going to do, boys. It's going to keep out those medieval invaders. Trying to come in here on horseback and catapult and pointy, speary, stabby things. I believe that's what they used to call them back in the day. I believe so. But there we go. We then have a moat. So we are going to elevate this road straight away. And I believe I use the small 4-lane road. We elevate it up. There we go, into it. So now we have this place legit on an island right now. This place is now legit on an island. And it's down to us to fill it up. So, if this was pre-isolation Seniac, I would have filled this up with poop. But I'm now a changed man. Not really, not really. I could still build a city and fill it up with poop. Yeah. Subscribe to see that one, guys. We're going to fill it up with clean drinking water. So, let's go back into this. And I've never used these before. So, I'm building this on the whim right now. So, the water source goes out that way by the looks of it. Shoreline is required. But because I have the anarchy... Oh, no, you can actually drop it down anywhere. Okay. So, if I drop one there... Right, and then we just have to then hook it up to the water. I don't know if it needs power. Is it a power? I don't know. But we do have excess water in the system. As you can see, the water availability is quite high. So how long do I have to wait before this starts pumping out water? Oh, there we go. I was about to say today, guys. Today. So that will then slowly fill this up. Now, the thing is, right, because there's no water source, water will naturally evaporate. So I wonder how much one drainage pipe can do. So if we fast forward then, right, if that's it, that's actually not too shabby. It's nothing that will kind of create the moat or anything like that. But that's pretty cool. So we need a couple of these to eventually get that full moat effect. So let's go around and drop one on each area right now. So if I drop that one there, we drop this one, let's spin it round just here. We drop this one. Now I still think this won't even be enough. Not even this will be enough right now. It'll just kind of very loosely create a splodge of water around the edge. But not enough to sustain a solid water source. So wait for the other ones now to do what they've got to do. Now this is all dependent on my water availability, right? Is that what happens? What it should technically do is really... that should drop down to there when we got the excessive water. But where are we at with this then? So it is pumping out water. It's not enough to sustain anything right now. You couldn't even wash your little toe in this water. That's how weak it is at the minute. So we really are going to have to kind of bump it up. Now, what would happen if I added in, let's say, another water tower? Right, so if I drop the water tower just there. Ooh, okay, so adding an extra water tower and up in my kind of capacity. I didn't need to add in an extra drain. Ooh, okay, so this works a little bit different. So what if I add in another one then? Add one there. Not saying that this is going to really pump up the production levels. Ooh, we're actually starting to get something now. We're now actually starting to get a little bit of something now, boys. This is good. This is good right now. Now, my next issue would be is the fact that can I evaporate it as quick as I'm getting it so I don't overspill the moat? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up to those kind of levels. But we have... You would now be able to wash your little toe, guys. You now have a little toe washing capacity. But it's still not enough. This one's not even turned on. Or it's not even operating right now. Why? Why, oh why, oh why? So we've got one. We've only got two on the go. So do I go a little bit crazy and drop down a few more of these? Right, and if this don't pump it up, we're going to add in more. More, he says. More drainage buildings. Right, only two are on. Okay. It's not the end of the world. So now then... Oh, snap! Power issues. Pause. So we do have power issues. And... Wait. Do we? the production versus consumption is completely different. No, we're okay. I panicked then for a second. I did panic. Right, let's get a load of these down then. And how much are they costing us, by the way? Okay, they're not that expensive, but it's what it costs to kind of run it on the hourly. So if I connect all of these up to there, it's got to at least turn a couple of those on right now, which it does. Which that is going to create a lot of water. A lot of water right now. So I assume just the more I place down, not all of them are going to work and turn on. But oh my goodness me, that is already quite a lot of water. I'm now kind of worried in case it's not going to evaporate in time. If not, we'll have to turn them off every so often. Or we're gonna join in the middle. Right, once it starts joining in the middle, this is when the water will then start to eventually rise. Rise, you fool. Rise. Be glorious. We've created a moat. Now it's just a case of... hopefully we don't flood ourselves. But we can kind of keep an eye on it. I can turn one or two off if it gets a little bit too crazy. These guys complain about there's not enough goods to sell. And that's because really we don't really have any industry. Unfortunately. So should we, while we wait for the moat to build up, unemployment's pretty high. So shall we create a nice like industrial area over here, just to kind of, you know, give these guys some sufficient stuff to kind of work and whatnot. Right, so this is literally just sidetracking us right now to the point where I can fill my moat up. Right, let me pause. So I feel like those little kind of water outlets are kind of slightly lagging the system right now. Feels kind of weird. Right, there to there. There to there. Now, I'm not saying this is going to provide all the jobs, but it would be pretty nice if you can throw in a load of jobs for us. And then get this sorted. Water. Don't use too much water, industry area. Don't use too much water. I'm trying to build a freaking moat. And they're going to need power as well. Do I give them their own little power kind of area? Yeah, we'll drop a little coal plant down. Boom. Nice. Right. So hopefully that provides all the jobs that those guys need. I want to watch the unemployment rate come down. 56% it's on right now. There we go. 53, 52, 1, 50. Yeah, it's coming down. We'll see how far it falls. But it means those guys have got jobs. They'll also then have goods to sell. This moat is looking beautiful. Are we still pumping out? Yep, we're still pumping out, which is good to see. Just got to pay attention to when it gets a little bit too high. So, water then. Do you know what I just thought? Could I then drop, say, this down to suck it back up? I know it doesn't really make much sense. It doesn't really make much sense, but... No, it wouldn't really work, that wouldn't. But just saying, though, guys, just saying. Right, unemployment now, real quick. 38% it's kind of brought us down to. I'm going to cause a ridiculous amount of traffic here. We should have a roundabout, really. Right, trying to create some excessive zoning right now to really up. So I want the town to flourish. I don't know why I care so much. Because it's only really all about building a freaking moat. So, like I said, I don't know why I really care that much. But hey-ho. There we go. Now I want to solve the traffic. Snake, you don't need to solve the traffic right now. You're all good, boy. You're all good. Right. Oh, okay. Ooh, okay. It's actually getting quite high. Right, if I turn you off. If I turn you off, I know you're off anyway, but just in case you decide to turn back on, and I turn you off, So technically I've turned 2 pumps off. So I wonder if those 4 could sustain that. That will be interesting. That really would. But we now officially have a moat around this. We officially have a moat. All sustained from the excess water from our city. How you guys doing? You need more power? Of course you do. Of course you do right now. There we go. You will now succeed. You will now succeed. So I wonder what that's done to my unemployment. Because there's tons of jobs available. 29%. And it's slowly coming down as we add more people employed. It just takes time to get everyone a job though. But yeah. Very interesting. So I feel like it's actually now going down a bit. I don't know if anybody else feels like that. But if I turn that one on. To kind of sustain it a bit more. I feel like we got it. I feel like this is the level. I really do. Now, you know what would be interesting? If, like, imagine a landlocked city. And then you could create your very own canal system and fill it with water from the excess your city has. I could build and create our very own rivers, lakes, potentially our very own seas from this method, which really does enable the landlocked areas. Wow, this could change everything. But the only negative is that whole water source is so dependent on actually having excess water. At the moment our city uses too much water, it's game over for the moat. It keeps having power issues. I think because the most of our power is kind of based off this garbage plant over here right now. But yeah, traffic has died down right now. We're now back to normal. Unemployment is now at 27, so it's still going up. We're only 6,000. We still got 8,000 jobs available. I think a lot of people might be students at the minute. Yeah, the capacities are pretty much filled up. But this is very, very interesting. And that is getting very full. So maybe I turn this one off. Maybe I was a little bit confuzzled. But yeah, there we go. So guys, what was the point of this? I don't know. But what it has sparked is a lot of inspiration. So I don't know if I'll ever implement this into any of the series that I'm doing right now, but when I've always built cities and city skylines, I've always revolved it around it being near a really solid good river, near the sea and stuff like that, on an island. This method allows us to create completely landlocked cities. And you can create your own very own rivers, lakes, transport systems via canals by pumping in your excess water. Why didn't I have this DLC before? It's changed everything. This changes everything for me right now. But there we go. The city with the moat. Hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, good. Bye.